Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
First Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Coming to you, coming to you.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. How about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second and 2, Mahomes caught Kelce left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in, out on the perimeter or going inside.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
You got it. You got it.
And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And everyone always tells me the fullback is leaving the game, and then I say, hold on a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? Two-time Pro Bowler, maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Malcolm Smith may have entered the league without a lot of fanfare, but how about it culminating with an MVP award in the Super Bowl?
7 from the 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes, and it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Here we go.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Like 20. Here we go. Key to tight end. 40, check.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come on.
Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon pushing his way through. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. This is Mostert. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Hyde. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch his left, watch his left.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here we go. Ready? 59. Target.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's on the veteran tackle, Mitchell Schwartz. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9. Let's get it.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. 4 From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Watch quick. Watch it.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pass complete here to Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first.
Here we go. 180!
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 120! Rebuck.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the honey badger, there to knock it away.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs, trailing 17-10, a little under 1:50 remaining. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
To throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Now Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kawhi Williams. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.